Okay, got it. Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? I hope y'all doing good. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, night, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm blowing kisses to the globe. Hope you can hear me. My name is Tanisha Portier. Let's see here. Let me um let me do some stuff. Okay. I'm thinking. Okay, so it's it's kind of chilly outside. Well, let me just tell you this. Um, in Atlanta, it was like 80 degrees for like the few days that I was there, and then it turned around and got like real cold that morning. So, I'm just like um, I'm dealing with the ups and downs of the weather. So, let's see what's gonna happen. Where we in? Where we at right now? But let me tell you this. Um, For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Tanisha Portier. I'm a global innovator for the 21st century. So I know, feel, see, say, touch, taste, believe that I'm here to create, I'm here to cultivate my natural gifts and talents. First, starting off by helping and healing myself, helping my family, and then the world. So wherever you are in the world, I am blowing kisses to the globe. Let's get this party started. So listen, as you can see the title there, you can skip to, 207. Somebody timestamp it if you can. Um, so I know you see the title, right? And the title says "Grow where you're planted." And I hope that you all can hear me. It's a little chill in the airport. It's a lot of people. It's gonna be making noises and all that good stuff. People coming in the back of the camera. It's cool. Let me tell you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you've been doing, you know, what I'm learning is that you have everything that you need right now inside of you, like your gifts, your talents, your abilities, everything that you have inside of you right now. Like, you don't have to wait for someone to give you the okay. You don't even have to move across the country. Now, in some cases, a lot of times, yes, you're gonna have to get up and go because of the exposure, of the attention, of the connections that you'll be making, yes, with so many people from around the globe. And so people are going to want to, then you're going to be able to expand your reach. But I can tell you right now, you're going to be able to, you can expand your reach right where you are, right where you're planted. And so sometimes we may think that, hey, I got to get with this person, I got to connect with this person, I got to read another book or take another course or take another class. And a lot of times it's not even that, it is what you have inside of you. And so And so when we get into this rut of, okay, I don't have enough, like there has to be one more thing, I have to have a little bit more money, I have to have a little bit more clout, I have to have more people to be able to back me, to push me. Actually, no, it's not. All it is deciding that you want more out of life, number one, moving and discovering what it is inside of you, your natural gifts and talents, everything that you already have. And then making a move, like deciding like what it is actually that you are here to do, and getting clear on that. And the reason why I say you have to get clear is because, again, we can get trapped in doing all of the things, trying to spin every ball, yeah, as I've said before, and or trying to bounce every ball, trying to spin every plate, but it really doesn't get us nowhere fast. We can become busy, but it doesn't mean that we're productive. But when we're grow where we're planted, that means that we take what we have. Because God's, even in the Bible, it says, don't despise small beginnings. I think, I'm not for sure if that's like the quote, but there's a saying, let's just say that, don't despise small beginnings. And, if you'll be faithful over the little, then he'll be able to give you more. Then you'll be faithful over over the more that he's going to give. And so sometimes we feel like, oh, I just have this little space. Oh, I have this camera. Oh, I don't have, once I get the studio, once I get this podcast, once I get all this equipment. And really, if you look at all of the different influencers or the people around the world or the people that have just started, that have become successful with their businesses or their endeavors, all they have done was just start with what they had. Everybody doesn't, start off with everything that they need. As a matter of fact, I think that people, actually appreciate the growth. They like to see, and you're more respected. You respect yourself more because you know exactly where you came from. But at the same time, when you're growing and when you're in a level of, getting to those levels of transforming your business, your life, your whatever you have, your goals and your dreams. When you go from level to level, when you're starting off small, it's actually something that is really, really admired because you can look at anybody and you can see them with the clothes, you can see them with everything that they have. But when you step out and when you see people starting from the inside out, oh, they started with a phone and now they have this equipment or they have that, or now they're doing a podcast or now they're connecting with other people. It's the growth, it's the process. And so we don't always have to start and have every single thing that, we think that it takes to get started. All you have to do is get started with the things that you have inside of you. So with that said, one thing that we have to remember is that when you realize that you have a gift and you get clear on that one thing, because you can be talented, you can be gifted, you can have so many different things that you're able to do. So many people have, so many different talents and, they can do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. But guess what? It's when you decide to hone in, and I have like a crowd right now right here, so, and it's cool. But when you decide to get that clear on that one thing, like what you're passionate about, like what it is that you can, that that you just wake up thinking about, that you go to sleep thinking about. When you get into that zone, and when you get into the zone of genius, then there's nothing that can hinder you, because you want to wake up. You will become more creative on how to actually make that happen, on how to actually make that transpire. There's actually a Fridays right here that I might go and check that out here in a little bit. But I was just looking at that because I got some really good fries. But let me just tell you, and then once you just decide, like on your main thing, because there's a lot of things you can do, but keep the main thing. Plant that one seed. Just watch. Plant that one seed that you have, and with that one seed, all you need is faith, like as a mustard seed. And we know as a mustard seed grows super tall, like super huge, right? And so when you start off with a little, you don't know what that can become. You don't know what that can grow to. You don't know what people may want to assist you, may want to help you to, expand what you're already doing. So when you get clear on that one thing, your focus becomes fixed and flint, and you start to let everything else drop away. You start to let all the distractions fall off. Even though there's going to be so many things that are going to come up, hey, you should start this, or you should, add this to what you're doing. And when you really know what you're here for, what you want to do, like what it is that you're called to do, you begin to just say no in a period. You begin to actually understand that there's nothing. What do you want to say here? Did you want to say here?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You begin to understand that you don't have to say yes to everything. Like actually no in a period is much more healthier than to try to actually do all of the things. So once you get clear with your natural gifts and talents, once you move into an area of your once you move into an area of your natural calling and your gifts, it becomes easier, because then you can focus. You're not trying to go here. You're not trying to do this. You're not trying to do this. You're not trying to do all the things. And so that's when the blessings begin to come, because you can develop that one seed in the ground. And if you look at an apple seed, once you plant that, all it takes when you're planting an apple seed, all it takes is one seed. But how many apples do you get from one apple tree from one seed? Like you can't even count the amount of apples that are produced from that one seed, and that one seed that is in the ground, that one gift, that one natural talent, that one idea that you get super clear on is what is going to help you to develop and to get to the areas that you want to get to. But we have to understand that when we try to do more, bite off more the more we can chew, that's what it gets that's when it gets challenging. That's when it gets hard. That's when we can kind of feel like, oh man, this is overwhelming. Why am I doing this? You have to understand that it's okay. And if you're doing that, because I know that I've done that like plenty of times, and if that's something that you've done or you're doing, or you're kind of realizing like, man, I know that I'm good at a lot of things, but I got to decide to do one thing. Because if you look at all the successful people, they started off with one thing and they grew that one thing. And once they grew it and they scaled it to a level, they could begin to work in other areas, that those other areas expanded into other things. But when you're just doing that one thing, people begin to know you as a subject expert in that field. And when you become a subject expert in that field, people begin to seek you out individually. People begin to say, okay, I know this person for this thing. And when you become known, you become unique, and when you become very distinct in what you offer, you add a sense of value. And when you add a sense of value, you cannot put a price. No one can say, okay, well, you're doing the same thing as everyone else is doing. You have a distinct offer, you have a distinct idea, you have a distinct service that you are giving to individuals. And the thing is when you become distinct, when you become original, then people are going to know exactly what they're going for, exactly what they want, exactly what you present, right? And so when they know that they can hone in and you can hone in and you can provide that service like no one else, and when you scale that, you can get a little bit better at what it is that you're doing. People will know exactly what it is that you have, and people want to work with you. So for me, as a matter of fact, I know that I have natural gifts and talents. And as a matter of fact, as an author of the book Power Soul, Awaken Your Gifts, Ignite Your Purpose, and Manifest Your Dreams, this is my second book as a two-time self-published author. And this is a spiritual guide for the innovative entrepreneurs and leaders that are ready to awaken their gift, ignite their purpose, and manifest their dreams. It is a guide to actually help you to get clear on that gift that you have, to operate in your soul mission and to do more of what you want by building what you have one thing at a time, scaling it up, and creating the life that you love. So when I say that you have a gift, everyone comes to the earth with a natural gift and talent. It's what you want to use it for. When you have a God-given talent, when you have a God-given gift, you have the ability to help others all around the world. It's just you have to become so focused on that one thing that you have. And sometimes people say, okay, well, this is all they talk about, this is all they want to do, they're like, they eat, sleep, and breathe this, they're crazy, like, every time I turn around he's talking about this, every time I turn around she's talking about that. But when you get so clear, you can't say, you become a household name. You become the person that everyone says, that person right there is known for this. Like, you don't see the brand of McDonald's trying to make steaks, do you? You know McDonald's for the like the different, burgers, the fries that they produce. You know any type of Uber for delivering, for driving, for giving you rides, shares, and sometimes delivering food. Like, you don't know them for any hauling, like a U-Haul. Like, you're very distinct. You know exactly what they offer. You know the service that they do, and you go for that service. You're not trying to be the jack of all trades and the master of none. And so when I tell you this, getting clear with what you have, getting clear with your goals, getting clear with your gifts is going to set you apart from the crowd. It's going to set you apart from the masses. And you can't be afraid to walk into your leadership. You can't be afraid to walk into your gifts. There's going to be people all around you. There's going to be people that, want to see you succeed. And there's going to be people that may not have that same idea of succeeding because they don't understand. And it's not for everyone to understand your gift or talent because God did not give them that gift. God did not give them that idea. It's you who God has given that gift, that desire, that dream, that goal. And so you're going to have to step out in that. You're going to have to step out. You can't have any any fear. You can't have any worry. You can't have any stress of, oh, is this person going to like what I'm doing? If this is what God has given you, if this is what you have inside of you, begin to pray about it. Begin to ask God to help you to open up the doors, to help you to show you how to develop that gift. And here's what is something that's super important that many people are really now waking up to understand, that we don't know everything. Like, there's some areas in our lives where we can like figure things out, but some of the best influencers, coaches, professionals, experts have coaches, have people that can help guide, lead them, to kind of help them to get to the levels that they are. And I'm not telling you that you need to have an expert or a coach or someone to help you, but you can get very far with people. You can get very far with individuals that are in your team, because the Bible says that in the council of many you have guidance, you have understanding, you're able to. That's why many people have advisory boards. Many people have different individuals that kind of help and instruct them, because they know that if they're going to be successful, they have to have a team. They have to have people that are there that are saying, hey, you know what? Have you considered this option? Have you thought about this? Because when you're getting pruned into your greatness, you're starting to understand, like, oh my gosh, I didn't think about that area. I didn't think about using my gift in this way, in this fashion. And so you have people that have kind of been there, done that, have seen the scene, and then can see your gift that you have, and can kind of also kind of guide you to the direction that is going to help you to be more successful. And then you can also go fast. You can go very fast alone, but you can go far with others. And a lot of times we have, which is, you can only go so fast by yourself, and you can only go so far by yourself. But when you have a team of people, when you have an individual that's in your corner, that's when you're able to, to really succeed and to really prosper. But when you're starting off, always remember that clarity, absolute clarity, is key to getting to the point that you want in your life. And I will tell you this. One of the things that I understand is that even when you have that clarity, and when you begin to start to operate and develop those gifts and talents, you have to understand that action and mindset like is like second to none. Because with a mindset, you win and you lose in your mind. That's the main thing. You win and you lose in your mind. And so when you're going after your gifts, when you're going after your talents, when you're going after your abilities, when you're going after the different things that you want, when you have an idea, again, you cannot be shy to actually move into your power, move into your genius, move into your purpose. You're going to have so many people, again, that are, you know, that are telling you, that are rooting you on, but you're going to have to know that the clarity, that the gift, that the action that you're taking, and the mindset is going to all have to fall into place. So there's something called a growth mindset, and there's something that's called a fixed mindset. And a growth mindset is really when you're looking forward to growing and to becoming better, and to, you know, connecting with people or reading books, prayer, meditation, fasting, and, you know, really focusing in, honing in on what you have. A fixed mindset is when you feel like, oh, you know, there's, you know, I'm only stuck here. There's nothing really more that I can do. Everybody else is doing it. What makes me different? What sets me apart? Like, and you begin to kind of question or doubt yourself. Now, all of us as humans, we're going to have like different, you know, self-doubt. So we're going to have different things that can get us, you know, veer to the left or the right. But at the end, but at the same time, you can snap back. Like, you can get yourself back to a moment of, look, you can start by prayer. You can start by, you know, just asking God, you know, to lead you, guide you, and to direct you. When you commit your ways unto God, He says, commit your ways unto me and I will direct your path. When you put your ideas into God's hands, God said He will bless you. He will keep you. But if you seek God with all your heart and all your soul, Matthew 6:33, seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything you need shall be added unto you. The things that you need shall be added once you get in divine connections, once you seek God first. That's why my book is a spiritual guide for the innovative entrepreneurs and leaders, because a lot of times we want to separate the two, but we're a whole person. And so when we talk about leadership and innovation and ideas and creativity, we know that the Most High God has given us the creativity, has given us the gifts, has given us the talents. He has endowed each and every one of us with these gifts. And so when God has given us these things, when it comes from God, then we have a divine connection with the Most High God, which gives us and gives us this freely. And so it is God's good pleasure to give us these things. And so when we know this, we can walk in our leadership. We can do the things and sometimes you got to do it afraid. Like, you can't, like, just sit on the sidelines and be like, oh man, like, should I do it? Should I not? Like, what? Well, what are people going to say? You can't worry about it. Like, I'm right now sitting in front of like a whole table of people. Do I care? No, I do not. Because I know, that someone needs this word. Like, someone needs this can be a benefit for someone. Someone needs this inspiration. Someone needs to be inspired today. And if you're here live and listening, or if you're catching the replay, you just know that you have a wonderful talent inside of you. And just as I'm here and speaking to you, you can speak to other people. You can share the natural gifts and talents. You can share what you have, and you can help inspire others. You can help change the world in a positive way, where once before, where your talent and your gifts weren't, now they are. So never be afraid to grow where you're planted. Never be afraid to start where you are, because you don't know who's watching. You don't know who needs the word from you. You don't know who right now you may just be inspired. You can trigger people and you can inspire people. But no matter what, there's a saying that says 90% of the people might not like what you're doing, but when you have a gift and a talent, you have to do it anyway, because you're helping people. And whenever it's positive, and whenever it's healing, and whenever it's helping other people in a positive and wonderful and beautiful way, you have to keep going, because you don't know who it is that you're helping. And that very person may never tell you, that very person may never even have a word to say, and that's okay. It's not that you are working, it says, and there's a scripture in the Bible that says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, is working for the Lord and not for men. And when you're doing that, when you're focusing, when you're working for God, when you're working for men, God is going to bless the fruit of your hands. God is going to bless you. God is going to move in a special way, where your heart's desires were the things that you have always wanted, the things that you've always desired, for the greater good of humanity, is going to expand, and it's going to help people. So grow where you're planted. Use the little that you have, because you don't have to start off big. You don't have to have everything. You don't have to have all the bells and whistles. But if you can start with what you have, there is the sky is not even the limit. Like, there's so much that you can do. So remember, believe in you, believe in yourself, trust God, put God first. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching or VIP sessions, I will be posting that in the link below. And if you'd like to purchase my book, again, it's Power Soul. This is a spiritual guide for the innovative entrepreneurs that are ready to awaken their gifts, ignite their purpose, and manifest their dreams, so that they can get clear on the natural God-given gift, operate in their soul mission, and do more with their love. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for tuning it in. Share this message with someone who may need it. And I will see you soon. Stay tuned. Have a beautiful day. I love you. Smile. Are you smiling? Keep smiling. Peace.